Tomorrow night is our end of month show. It's the big one, and it's called Who's the Best. Now this is in honour of Big Daddy Riley, our new YTWE 18 plus world champion. And yes, I have played a very dirty trick, an underhanded trick on Roburtrage to get that title on Riley. But I was playing Roburtrage at his own game, and we'll talk more about that later on. But right now, Joe, we're going to talk about the first match.
Oh yes, we are, Mr. D. A rivalry that's been going all month long. It's Barney Green versus NRagedXX, two of the biggest monsters in the YTWE.
Absolutely, Joe. And I tell you what, I may have been a little down on Barney Green at times, saying he didn't quite have what it takes to cut it. But you know, that guy, he has proved me wrong. He has proved me wrong, because he has come back stronger and he has worked harder, and the things he's done have impressed me. And tomorrow night, Joe, NRagedXX versus Barney Green, I am actually, for the first time ever, a little worried about NRagedXX in this match.
Well, that's very real and honest of you, Mr. D. But like you said, Barney Green has proved himself to be a top contender in this EFED. You know, he's come from nothing. He is soft-spoken, but when he gets in the ring, a different side of him comes out, and he unleashes that inner monster.
Well, I know Barney Green likes weapons. I know NRagedXX likes weapons. Now, Rage doesn't do a lot of talking. Barney may be soft-spoken, but he makes his point, and he makes it well when he speaks. So tomorrow night, I'm going to make this a Falls Count Anywhere match.
Two big monsters going at it in a hardcore match, Mr. D. I am looking forward to that one. But our next match is our first title match. It's Karina Kaboom versus our current and defending ladies champion, Cameo.
Well, these two ladies, I have a huge amount of respect for. I am so grateful for what they have done for us, YTWE, and what they did in our previous reincarnation. You know, the foundations of what made us and where they made their legend to begin with, the YTWF. They are now, tomorrow night, going one-on-one for that women's championship one more time. They are legends in EFED women's wrestling, and tomorrow night it is going to be a legendary match between the two. I'm sure of it.
Oh, absolutely, Mr. D. Just gave me goosebumps. You know, these two ladies, as you said, are legends of the EFED world, and once again, we will not forget where we have come from.
Absolutely not, Joe. Our foundations were started with Professor Britwigger and the YouTubers Wrestling Federation. That is where we come from. That is where the YTWE grew from. And that is where we are today. But that's enough about that for now, Joe, because that could go on a long time. Let's talk about the next match.
And our next match is the second title match of tomorrow night's show. It's Gavin Fletcher's first opportunity at Boston Fan's Intercontinental Championship. And Boston Fan, we've said it before, and I'm going to say it again, he is the greatest Intercontinental Champion this EFED has ever produced.
I can't argue with you, Joe. Me and Boston Fan, we haven't seen eye to eye lately, and I am a lot to blame for that. My behaviour this last month, Joe, has been out of control. You know, I've been on a bad path, and I've made some really bad decisions, I've said some really bad things to some people, including Boston Fan, and I understand his attitude change, and I don't expect him to forgive me. But, Boston Fan, I still respect you, and I still credit you for everything you have done in the YTWE, and you are a fantastic Intercontinental Champion. You have made that championship worth something. So Gavin Fletcher, I tell you this, if tomorrow night you somehow beat Boston Fan for that championship, I hope you can raise it to bigger and higher levels than Boston Fan did, or at the very least, stay on par with that man.
Absolutely bang on, Mr. D. That would be some huge shoes to fill or replace. You know, Boston Fan is a major foundation of our EFED and others in the past, of course.
And right now, we are going to hear from Boston Fan. I love you, man.
YTWE 18 plus. Shut up and listen up real good, because we're going to address my opponent for this Sunday. Because what's so special about this Sunday? It is pay-per-view Sunday, end of the month show, and it's going down, and it's going to go down hard. Gavin Fletcher, you might notice something missing. Give up? You have it. Now, even though I'm still the Intercontinental Champion, you took my prize. You stole my belt, which is something you shouldn't have done. No one steals from the franchise player. No one. Gavin Fletcher, let's make no mistake about it. You are a tough competitor. You showed no mercy whatsoever to chronic remorse. And this Sunday, I may just have my hands full. And you know, you might be a little bit of competition, but at the end of the day, Gavin, I want you to bring your A game. Because my plan for you, I am going to beat you within an inch of your life. You might be good in the ring, but I'm better than you. Always have been, always will be. That's why I'm the franchise player. Gavin Fletcher, I hope you have a good strategy. That's all I got to say. Have a good strategy. Get your A game on, because it's going down. Gavin, I will violate you. I am going to show no mercy. Mercy is for the weak. In YTWE 18 plus, there's no mercy shown. Not by me. I used to be that guy. At the end of the match, I would shake your hand. But no. We all know what you're going to be shaking at the end of it. I'm going to violate you, Gavin. You better watch out. Sleep with one eye open. Because this is one trip to Beantown you're not coming back from. Gavin, bring it on, and you better be ready to cowboy up, bitch.
And I wish the both of you boys all the very best of luck for tomorrow night. May the best man win. And talking of the best, we've got to be talking about Riley, Big Daddy, the world champion. And tomorrow night, he will be putting that title on the line.
Well, Mr. D, we've got a promo from Roburtrage.
You out? Really?
Yeah.
And I've got to watch it now.
Well, it's just come through, so, and he said it's quite important, so yeah.
Oh, prick. Go and play it.
So for the last 3 weeks, Mr. D has been on a slippery slope into oblivion, into nothingness, into the darkness, and it almost happened. Mr. D almost hit oblivion, but no. Mr. D stopped himself from slipping into oblivion, picked himself up again and said, "Fuck you! I finally got to you, Mr. D, to the point where you had to come out, pump kick me in the face and rob me of my championship. It was supposed to be a nice easy night, 2-on-1, me and the redneck RantWithJeff versus Riley the Roofer." And speaking of Jeff, in my last promo I did say I lost all respect for you, Jeff, but that was just in the heat of the moment. I will always and have always respected you, Jeff, and it was an honour to be in the same corner as you. And just so we're clear on one thing, when I say that I have a huge amount of respect for Mr. D, it isn't in fear of the man. It's because of what he does for people like myself and others in this EFED, week in and week out. Riley the Roofer, the current YTWE World Champion. Guess what, Mr. D, Big Daddy? I have an automatic rematch clause, which I am issuing for tomorrow night's show. So after tomorrow night, you are looking at your two-time YTWE 18+ World Heavyweight Champion.
Well, what do you think about that then, Governor?
This is why I need to keep calm.
There's not much you can do about it. The guy's got an automatic rematch clause, Mr. D.
Why I snap. This is why, because alright, Roburtrage, well played. You have your automatic rematch clause, and I will honour that agreement. You have your main event tomorrow night, world title match, Roburtrage versus Big Daddy. Good luck, Roburtrage. Fuck you, Roburtrage, you dirty troll. Fuck you, Dustin fan, you dirty brain fart. And fuck you, RantWithJeff, you dirty little gremlin. I am back.
Well, Mr. D, enjoy your victory. As I see it, there's more than one way to skin a fucking cat. It's a little past midnight. I'm hungry.